with a big pick and all ready to go around the world in 80 days? Remember that delightful novel by Jules Verne, which told the story of the adventures of that intrepid Englishman, Phileas Fogg, the proper whist-loving Fogg who used every mode of transportation, from balloon to elephant and everything else in between, to cover the world in 80 days to win a bet. It was a book we all read in school, and when I got to see it as a child, it was like a whole new worlds unfolding before my eyes. I saw the movie last week once again after some 20 years, and seeing it as an adult as opposed to seeing it as a child was a very, very different experience altogether. I enjoyed it more as a child, to be honest. But as an adult, you can't help marveling at the imagination and the $6 million that went into the making of the film way back in 1956. The nearly 3-hour-long film begins with a rib-tickling caricature of 19th century British propriety.
Hinshaw.
Yes, sir?
Somebody's been tampering with my telegraph. The pages are all crushed.
Yes, sir. One of the members borrowed it to read about the robbery.
You mean it's been used? Kindly remove it and send out for a fresh one.
At once, sir.
I'm a patient man, Hinshaw, but don't trespass on my good feelings.
Psst. Green. Did you hear that? Some fellas stole that chap's paper.
The devil you say.
Word of honor. First time it's happened here to my knowledge in 45 years.
Club's going to the dogs. Next thing you know, all the members will be talking to each other.
Yes, it's the thin end of the wedge. Down.
Passepartout finds employment with Mr. Phileas Fogg, the meticulous nitpicking perfectionist who, after a £20,000 wager with his friends at the London Reform Club, decides to pack a sensible little bag and set out to circumambulate the globe in 80 days. Remember, this is 1872, so to say a journey like this was supremely unimaginable would be an understatement.
Which clothes does, monsieur? I mean, which trunks? None whatever. Just take 2 shirts and 3 pairs of hose for each of us. But I don't want one shirt, sir. Then take that. We'll buy whatever else we need en route. And give me that red bag.
Now, coincidentally, there's been a big bank robbery at the Bank of England just then, and Fogg setting off so impulsively on this crazy whirlwind of a world tour has you raising one suspicious eyebrow.
Rail to Marseille, steamer to Bombay via Suez, across India by train, and steamer again to Hong Kong.
Fogg and Passepartout travel from London to Paris in a balloon, which develops a snag and lands in Spain, where they, or rather Passepartout, participates in the dances and bullfights there. And then they continue their picaresque journeys from there to Marseille and India, where they rescue an Indian princess from being forced to commit sati.
Gentlemen, you have rescued me!
Ida, as the princess is called, promptly falls in love with Fogg, and there's this classic scene where she tries to find out about the women in his life. It's priceless.
Have there been any women in his life?
I assume he must have had a mother, but I am not certain.
Well, perhaps he has some secret sorrow, some love who jilted him.
He has only one love, madame. Cards. Whist. He thinks of nothing but whist, morning, noon, and night.
Good one, eh? Now all this time, trailing them is Mr. Fix, a detective to see if Fogg is the bank burglar. And Fix thinks Passepartout will, in a weak moment, divulge some vital piece of information.
What do you want from me?
Time. Just help me delay him 24 hours till my warrant arrives. All I need is a little cooperation on your part.
A little cooperation? You think I betray Mr. Fogg? I don't care how much money you offer me.
All right, you needn't get angry. I don't blame you in a way. It shows you're a loyal and trustworthy chap, and I respect that. Here, let's have a little libation on the altar of friendship.
and you insult my master, I don't want to drink with you. I can't believe it.
But in vain. And so we travel vicariously to Hong Kong, Japan, San Francisco, across the country by train to New York, and back to England, where Fogg thinks he has lost his bet. But no, by travelling east, he has gained a day and so wins it. But is he the bank robber? That I'm not telling you. David Niven as Fogg is brilliant, the perfect stereotypical Englishman. Mexican star Cantinflas as Passepartout is hilarious. Robert Newton plays Mr. Fix the detective, and Shirley MacLaine the Indian princess. Now, why they didn't cast an Indian in the role of an Indian princess is beyond me, and something my research didn't throw up. Shirley MacLaine, while lovely, doesn't look or sound anything like an Indian princess. So the casting there doesn't work at all. And reportedly, producer Michael Todd risked his personal finances to make this film and controlled everything and everyone on the set with an iron hand. Scripted and directed by Michael Anderson, the film won 5 Oscars, including for Best Picture and Best Cinematography. Victor Young's musical backgrounds are enjoyable, but Edward R. Murrow's prologue is torturously long. But what's a treat is the 1901 Millier's version of Jules Verne's A Journey to the Moon. Around the World in 80 Days was a stunning, magnificent and riotous film for the then 14-year-old impressionable me, who had then never travelled abroad, and I'm pretty sure I sat through the film wide-eyed with wonder and amazement. But was I just having a bad day, or is it because I've now travelled so much myself? Around the World in 80 Days didn't have the same magical effect it had on me 2 decades ago. It just seemed long and sometimes even monotonous. I think I was upset at my own reaction. I thought, where's the child in me that would delight in this? But let me not subject you to my inner monologue. You should watch the film and judge it for yourselves. Last week, Javed Merchant won a DVD of Breakfast at Tiffany's in a contest we conducted. This week, the question is, in 1946, who produced and acted in the musical stage version of Around the World in 80 Days? The first one to write in stands to win a free DVD of the film. So hurry, and I'll definitely see you next week. Goodbye.
जुड़ी जुड़ी जा कहाँ मैं जुड़ी जुड़ी इत्तेफाक से